All right, so this is day 2 of me telling my story. Just a little bit to encourage people. Now, what I want you to do is focus on the lesson, not the individual, because we're not here to bash anybody, hurt anybody. And it all started in church. Okay, here's your disclaimer. Oh, the church is full of this, that, and the third. Well, you tell people to get saved. You tell people to give their life to Jesus. You tell them to get themselves together. Those are the people that are in church. There are people in church who have issues and problems and struggles, bad attitudes, addiction, stenography, we gonna call it, lying, cheating, adulterers, gamblers, alcoholics, all of those things are in the church because that's what they're supposed to be. Who the Bible says they that are well need not a physician. I'm not gonna edit this. I'm gonna say it like I say it. They that are well need not a physician. So stop saying, oh, the church is full of this, that, and the third. It is. And what are you? Let's get that straight. So I remember the day, this is day 2. I remember the day that I was sitting in church. My ex had invited me there. Stay with me, y'all, because it's about the lesson. It's not about the individuals. God will use who he pleases. And I was sitting in the back of the church, very back seat, left-hand side on the aisle. And I looked up and I saw her walk in. And she sat down and she jerked, she folded her arms. And out of everybody in the choir stand, she was the one that stood out. And I looked at her, and this, mind you, this is about 9 years ago. So I was a raw Christian. I looked at her, and I had to describe my personality back then as like an alpha female. If you showed up with any type of aggression, I was gonna meet your aggression with aggression. I was immature. So I looked up and I saw she sat down, folded her arms, and I saw her pouting. I'm like, what is her problem? Like, what is it? Out of all the people in the choir stand, I noticed her. So I sat there and I watched her throughout the service, and I watched her jerking and snatching and this and that. Nothing but a manifestation of a Jezebel spirit, perverse spirit, adulterous spirit, all those things. Nothing but that manifesting, because now you're sitting eye to eye with the woman that you're competing with that doesn't know she's competing with you. You're literally fighting to be me, and I don't know you exist. So, little later on, after a service or 2, she comes up. She says, hey, I heard you do hair. Now, me being naive, I know nothing. Because mind you, I've been in the house ever since I gave birth to my son. Nobody can tell you they saw me out anywhere, doing anything, any social events. No, I was in the house with my kids. And that's all I did. So this is my first interaction with someone outside of my church and my household in 20 years. She sits down beside me. I heard you do hair. I said, I do. Now, me being naive, I'm thinking maybe you heard it through the grapevine, because, I'm pretty good, I want you to do my daughter's hair. Now, mind you, I did not like her. I didn't like anything about her. I thought she was just had a bad attitude. The attitude that I saw from the back just over the past couple of weeks on Sundays. I really didn't like it, because I'm like, what's your problem? And I remember going to, I'm going to say him, and saying, I don't like that girl. She got a nasty attitude. And his response was, no, she's nice. I've been talking to her, going to her about marriage counseling. Mind you, this woman is probably 5 years older than me. Is older. But I'm just watching, and I just don't like the way she's moving. So once that was told to me, I kind of chilled, but I didn't say anything else, but I still said, nah, I just don't like that person. So you come to me and you say, hey, I want you to do my daughter's hair. That's okay, because money's still green at the time. I'm braiding. I'm the kinky twist finesse queen. So, I know some people have heard. No shade. So I said, okay. So she comes to my house. And when she comes to my house, I just get a new living room suit, and I bring her into the foyer, which is just a little mini living room before you go into the mini living room. And I'm talking to her. And I noticed her looking around my house. Now, at the time, I thought my place was pretty decent, blah, blah, blah. But later, I realized it could have been better. I'll say that. And she says, oh, well, your couch is cute. You look around my house and you say, oh, well, your couch is cute. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I'm naive. So I'm thinking, Tasha, I really don't have a filter because I have no experience. So I have nothing to bounce these thoughts off of. So I do her daughter's hair, and she says, hey, how would you like to hang out sometime? And I look at her because I know she's an older woman. I said, listen, I don't need a mentor. No, I'm not trying to be any of that for you. You know, I just think you're really sweet, TT. We could be best friends. First time I meet you. Now, these are all red flags, but these are nothing I know anything about. How can you be my best friend? You just met me. So I said, okay, so we go to breakfast at a restaurant. And this is where you got to be careful. Watch this. Watch this. You got to be careful of people who always paint themselves as the black sheep. A person who is a black sheep does not necessarily say they're a black sheep by just saying, oh, everybody picks on me and my family. You know, they call me old-fashioned, this, that, and the third. And I'm just striving to love everybody. Be mindful of people who say nobody in the family likes her. So then she goes into this story where one of the mothers in the church comes up to her, and I had to cuss her out because she was in my business and this and that. And what she was doing was she was setting me up for what I would later hear about the person who was close to me that she was involved with. But what she does is she paints a picture as if she was innocent and she was a victim and being persecuted and accused because nobody likes her. Mind you, I haven't had a friend or anybody close to me other than my children and my household since I was 20 when I got pregnant. So I'm all, you poor thing. Yeah, I got you. You know, I ain't gonna let nobody mess with you. Da 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 da. When all along, the man that she's telling me that she basically got jerked around. This is what she says about her now ex-husband. It was a physical confrontation, and she was victimized in it because she hadn't done anything. And I'm constantly protecting myself from people because people are always attacking me and I don't do anything. I'm just really, you love me, don't you? We're best friends. Oh my God. You're the best person I ever met. Oh my God. I so needed you in my life all this time, when all along you were reeling me in. She was reeling me in. She was painting a picture to get me to see through her lenses so that I would be in defense mode. I wouldn't trust anybody but her. It worked beautifully. Hey, best friend. Hey, TT. Girl, I love you. You my sister from another. I mean, really just laid it on thick because you saw how naive I was. Why? Because you had to jump on me before you met me. You knew what I was like. You knew my weaknesses. You knew I was vulnerable. You knew I was naive. So you made it your business to become my friend, all while infiltrating my home. So then you paint a picture of everybody on the praise team. None of them likes me. This one doesn't like me for that reason. Her husband wants me, so she doesn't like me. She's jealous of me, so she doesn't like me. And she doesn't like me because this. So now I'm looking at everybody like this. But watch this. One day, we're at praise team practice, and she's sitting behind. It's like this. The praise team member was right here, and she was right behind her, kind of like this. So every time I looked at her, I thought I was looking at her. She thought I was looking at her. So she's texting and laughing, ha, and I'm back there. And all along, this person, watch this. This person, you're right behind this person, so it looks like I'm laughing at this person when I'm really laughing at you. You're setting it up. You're making everybody around me dislike me to the point that the lady who thought I was laughing at her confronted me. And what did she say? She said, somebody told me you had a problem with me. I'm like, you walk up on me and do you know who I am? Do you really want to do this right here? I was like, I don't even know you. But the other woman, the woman, was going to other people and telling them I had a problem with them to create a division so I couldn't get the truth. This is how it was set up.